Cool. Hopefully the video's on. There we go. Hey, got people in already. Cool. Let's tell Discord. Can you show me your project settings on Android tab and on Windows tab? It's just if you want the settings, you can go to the Discord, and we've got an Android Studio section where you can then ask questions, and also got an Android setup which has full walkthrough, which will be helpful. But I'm in 5.3, and my settings are just 32, and then Android SDK 32, latest 17. Yeah. Circular, hello. Welcome to the stream. I need to put that in the Patreon so I don't forget. And also turn my music down. So loud, I can't hear anything. It'd be nice if I could find a streaming playlist that doesn't get me taken down. YouTube streaming music. No takedown. Choreography, background music. Albums. Not long enough. That's the problem. Need a really good playlist. DMC free music Twitch. 4 hours and 43 minutes. Let's do this. I don't want lyrics. Has anybody got recommendations? I don't want to have to be shouting over other stuff. Like some music. See if we can find something. Meditation and relaxing music. Copyright free. 3 hours. Let's see how this goes. And then We put it on the stream. You guys can hear it. Hopefully it's not too bad. Turn up a bit on my end. Alright, you'll have to let me know what that's like. I think my mic's clipping as well. Let's turn that down. And relaxing music. Try not to fall asleep in the background. Snail Mail Games, hello. This is for Quest 2 or 3. It's for 5.3. Unreal Engine 5.3 for Quest. So have a nice day. Thank you. We're going to try and see what we can get done. Do a couple of things this morning. And then go from there. See if we can get these weapons to actually work a little bit better. I think it'd be quite nice. What I could do is actually tell everybody that I'm on. So we take this. Put Discord at the bottom so we don't miss anything. We'll tell all the lovely folks over on Patreon. Video. Control. Make some guns. Where's my link? Control C. Embed video. You there. And then live stream. Next. Public. Wow. I don't know if it actually gives notifications, you know. If it tells people that I'm actually going live. I think it does. Man, Patreon's fantastic in some areas, but lacking in others. AJ, hey! Welcome! Alright, so if anybody missed yesterday's stream, we took a look at redesigning and rebuilding the pistols. So we took those into Blender. We mixed them around. We can grab a magazine, although there's no hand animation on there at the minute, and then we can put it in. It doesn't go all the way in until we actually push it, and then it goes into the gun, and then that's pretty much as far as we got because we were working on injecting the magazine and stopping that from happening. And just all the weird little bugs. So we can also rack the gun. Left hand only goes on the left. Okay. I wonder if we could do different grab points. So have one at the back, one at the side, the top, and have them set to both. I don't know how well that would work. But it does feel quite nice, which is good. And it shouldn't be too difficult to add another weapon slide to the top. So don't forget, I'm going to try it out. It shouldn't take too long. Where's the gun? Where are you? Come back here, Lou. Okay. Grab component trigger. We got grab slider component. Grab slider rear. Sounds like an STD. Grab slider rear. Christ. Okay, this one needs to be stationary as well. Might as well set the hands so we can actually see where they are for just a moment. Bring those back in. So those are the front two, which I might actually move that forward a little bit. And then that's the grab slide. So what I'm going to copy these. And then pop them on like so. I don't have animations for these. Would have to do this at a later point, but I just want to see if I can actually get these to work. Because I am still testing all of this. We just want to make sure that we actually have it roughly in place. So rename location left rear or rear left. Rear right. So it should be that simple to add new hand snap locations and a grab component. Although we're not telling the slider to actually update its position. So we need to find this blueprint up here. We then grab slider rear. We want to take the first hand grab. And then might as well do the last one. First hand dropped. Take this, and we're literally just going to plug this into the exact same place. So we'll do Control C, motion controller into there. This guy down here. And I've just realized we don't actually clear that slide motion controller reference, which would be handy. Slide motion controller, slider motion controller, that's the one. Set, let's just clear you on release. I can't remember where that pin went. Reset, okay. Slider reset, cool. File, save all. So now we should actually be able to get the guns. Hi, cool asset. Nice, thank you. Will you upgrade to version 5.4? Yeah, it works. It works on 5.4. There's already people who have it. So if I go to the Discord, so yeah. So we've already had people in there. I've tested it myself as well. It does work with 5.4. You just have to migrate the project. Or even, to be fair, you just download the project from the marketplace, right click on the U file and just open with UE4. And it works. 5.4. Just to make that clear. I haven't upgraded yet because I know a large portion of people using this are still using 5.3 because of its stability. So that's what I'm kind of keeping in mind at the moment. But you don't have to change anything, modify anything. You just literally open it with Unreal 5.4 and it just works. Okay, so we got the forward one, but the back grab is not. Gotta sort out collisions. Slider, slider rear, grab component slider, stationary. So this is going to be interesting if this is an issue. I don't see why it would be, unless it's because we got two of the same ones. Might have to upgrade the grab component if this is the case. I don't know why I keep going to put the... So we're not grabbing that grab component. We're only getting the first one. So we need... Check. Slide. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move this up just to check. Okay, so I'm not able to grab it at all. Which isn't good. Oh, I've got grab component can grab. Oh, I messed the code up, didn't I? I did it so you couldn't grab the slider unless you were holding the main socket. So I duplicated it. So that means I need to do grab slider rear. Gee, it sounds so bad when you say it. I might need to rename that. Can grab, set can grab. So I'm basically saying when we pick up the pistol, then we can interact with the weapon slider on the top. And then that's gonna work. So now I should be able to go over to it, grab it at the back, and then slide it forward from the top, or rack it back. It does move a bit further back. I could probably do with moving it forward. But we can now grab from the front and grab from the back, which is really nice. It's literally that easy to add hand snapping stuff. Cool. It's so nice. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move this grab component back, like right back, and then I'm going to move the hands forward. And then we'll just hide all of the hands again. Where are you? Save all. Excellent. So just a heads up, I've got a meeting at 1 o'clock, so I'll have to hop off for that. And that's the main reason that I'm doing this stream so early. So if anybody wants to drop by, I need to watch it now. What did I change? Did I not change those? Hidden in game. It was the visible one. That's why I forgot to change. It does snap back, but it's because it's going to the motion controller. That's the problem. It's fine. We're not here to make it absolutely perfect. Okay. And then release the magazine. So we need that to slide back out. That stuff. Or something like that. So when the magazine's in there, we then go through. So, how's everybody's day? Got much planned? Yep, got some stuff in here. Don't think many people get on till later anyway. Print string. Magazine loaded. Oh. See, I'm wondering in the magazine if I need to disable the collisions. So in here, we've got magazine push detection, which is collision enable query and physics, and then collision query and physics to have this. So if the magazine is added in, so current magazine, set or get, it's going to be component, should be able to get the magazines, I think, as long as this is not an actor. It's an actor. Okay, I'm going to be really bad. I'm just going to cast to magazine. So magazine. We're just essentially blocking out our code here. So we do pause the timer. cast of the magazine, we get the collisions. So this should actually give us our magazine push detection and then detection collision. Get detection. That collision enabled. No. Do that for both of them. So now when the magazine's loaded, it's actually in the gun, we disable all the collisions, and then once it's ejected, so we press here once it's complete, we can set these both back to collision enabled query and physics, and we need the magazine that is in there. So I need to go through all of these variables. What is magazine eject? What is that variable? Magazine eject. Or is it just my collision? Huh. I need to look into that. This is going to be a component, isn't it? It's going to be the wrong place. Current magazine, just take you and then pop that in there. So the animations aren't working to make it play back out, but we also need to make sure that there's a delay before these are re-enabled of about 0.5 seconds roughly. That way it doesn't overlap with the main bit and then snap back in. Where is... Let's try something like this. If I can actually grab it. I'm gonna get under my desk. In. Split up. It ejected fine. Eject, it waits to complete. It's just not playing the slide animation to come back out the gun. So let's pick that one back up. Ooh. That's new. Oh, I can't release either of them. Strange. That was weird. I don't know where that one went. What the hell's happening? Why can't I hit my... Why am I just hitting my desk? It's like my room scale's off all of a sudden. Wait there. I'm gonna reset my room scale. Give me just a moment. Wish there was an easy way to just do this without having to search for floor. Physical space. Step floor. I think my floor's on my desk. That. Jump back in. There we go. But now, hopefully, we can actually reach this stuff. If not, I'm just moving the desk up. There we go. Okay, in. We can slide. We can then press the button, eject the magazine. There's a little dance. I can't reach it because it's on my desk. And I can't grab it afterwards. Eject. Why would that happen? That only happens if we move object. Why would that? Why would you do that? One thing at a time. Alright. Screw it. Hello sir, good afternoon. Good to see you today. Sadly I didn't get any notification today. That's strange. I put a post out on Discord. I put one up on Discord and on the Patreon. One thing at a time. We can fix the magazine stuff. I had this working last night and I can't remember what I did to it. And it just falls through the floor. I literally had the magazine sliding out of the gun last night after stream, and it was just, don't know what I've done to break it. Go. YouTube notification. I got the Patreon notification just now, so join the stream. I don't know. By the way, what's the progress today? We haven't made much, to be honest. I've only been going for about 10 minutes, 10, 20 minutes, feels like. So we haven't made much progress. Although I did add, at the beginning of the stream, the ability to rack a weapon back at the back of it. And then also grab it at the front, and then slide it back. So there's 2 different grab locations now, which is really nice. But we're just trying to get this to slide back out instead of just dropping like it was doing before. I need to get this one the correct way round. I press the button, we want to see this delay, but it happens immediately. So that's wrong. Press it. It happened true again. It's only firing once, isn't it? I need to do that to see what's happening. Press the button. False. Does not go to true. Try that. Let's make a mess. From there. Okay. Grab magazine in, slide. you would rack it, press the button to eject. 5. I don't know why it says 5.4. We're lerping. Oh, we're lerping the spline length. That's fine. It's the actor location. I think I had something like that. Just do this whole line at the bottom. So when the timer completes, we just fire this whole line once. And then we can figure out the ability to make it move along the spline. True, like so. Get location along spline. And then we move. Go. Get location at distance along spline. That's fine. Over the time. Well, that should be the spline. Zero one. I'll keep the stream on in the background while I'm gone. No worries. We can do this. If I can actually grab it. That worked. But it didn't animate out and then drop. It just dropped. Set actor location. We should be moving. So it's dropping at the right time. We're just not moving the actor along the spline. Why would we not be moving the actor along the spline? Windows output log. None of those values from the output log say that we're actually moving. So this. Line length, so we go from 0 to 5. See if we invert this so we go the other way around. We'll move us along the spline. If not, we'll do some Googling. Okay. If I move actor along spline. Get location. Get location at time. That might be easier. World. If that works, I can cut so much logic out of this. Why did you not move? Is it now because I changed that back to back to it? We work in. We put the magazine in. That's fine. Sure. Get location at time. We need to use that. Something like this. I'm trying to think in my head how we're using this. I rarely use the spline component, so actually working with it is kind of confusing. And go popped out. Doesn't make a difference. Get location at time. It's not animating. Do I need to increase the length of this? Length like 5. Value 5. 5. I'm pretty sure that even if we see it go, we would still be able to see it. Yeah, it just takes longer now, and nothing happens. Okay, that's fine. Get location at time. That's not right, is it? Some more Googling. Time update. Set actor location. It is actor. We're not clearing this, are we? I don't clear the variable, so it's not actually ejecting anything. Oh, pistol magazine. Okay, so it's the right actor. That's fine. I could skip this so easily. I don't want to. Get location, distance along spline. That's not right. Target spline components, distance goes through. I need to see what this is. Really slow. Okay. Length of spline. We know we're at the end of the spline when we go into it, so there, that's at the end of the spline. That one. Drop out. We're not disabling any collisions or anything. I don't need to detach it first. Do I? Attach. Shouldn't matter. I don't think we should have to detach the magazine before the gun. We should just be able to do that at the end. Yeah, otherwise it just goes like that. Okay. Take that off for a second and we'll rethink about what we've got. I know we're moving along it. Does it have to be? It shouldn't have to be local, or is it sweep? Sweep shouldn't make a difference. We are essentially sweeping it across the spline. Are you kidding me? It was because I had sweep enabled. Okay. Also doesn't fall out. Go. Oh, there it goes. So the timing's off anyway for the timeline. So it waits for the timer to finish and then it'll fall. There we go. So changes back to 1. Length 1, 1. So wait a second. We can jig this around. That's so much nicer. But it doesn't detach. We grabbed it and it goes straight back. I need to add a second. Oh, dominoes. I need to add a second hand point to that later on. I think we could change this to like 0.5. We'll do 1, 0.5 length. So it should happen really fast. Go on, magazine in, slide. We do rack back, press the button, eject. There it falls. We try to do the same one. It just attaches straight back in and that breaks. So we do all of this and then we grab it again. Causes problems. Why would that be? Pistol magazine. We are changing. I'm going to try remove this bit. See if it will work without modifying all that collision. But as soon as we grab it, it snaps back. And then it's off. So what's going to be doing that? We don't need this. Let's get rid of that crap. It's reloaded. Oh, is reloading. We don't need that there. Why would grabbing it? Current magazine. That. Empty. Collision. Clear. Let's try this. I got high hopes. This is cool. Slide. Eject. Ball. Grab. We can't eject. We can't put it back in. Oh, we can't release it either. Background just disappeared. Whoa. Whoa. Access not trying to public. Current magazine. So we're not setting. And sliding mat. I don't even need that boolean, do I? Okay, we'll sort that out afterwards. Clear current magazine here. Enable physics. On release. Do we ever release it? Call function try release. I don't think we do. Let's try that. Try telling the grab component that we've actually released it so it doesn't think we're still holding it. And then get the initial hand grabbed. Release. And go. Object. Go. So I can grab it, but I can't release it again. Which makes me think that we're changing. I'm not changing the grab type, am I? I think I was planning on doing that, and then I stopped. So why would I not be able to grab it the second time? Has to be here. Or at least the release. Access not tracker, probably current magazine. Okay, that's fine. Blueprints. Grab component. Try release. Oh, is it because we're magazine snap? Magazine snap. We're not telling it to then detach. Because with snap, we had to avoid this. Actually, let me do that. With try release, it's going to be snap. Don't think this is going to work properly, but we'll try it. So as soon as I release my hand, that's where it does it. So we can't do that. We need magazine snap. Because what I haven't tried doing is putting a magazine down after grabbing it. So it's just not going to do it. That's the problem. It's the grab component. We're just going through to this. If we did that, kind of leave it where it is. Hit that, then I can drop it. But I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. It just doesn't update properly. As the detach from component is happening when I release it from the hand. Need this to go down here, and then if we're not in a gun, go up. If it isn't a gun, change it. Do something like once it's in. So let's say magazine, pistol magazine. It's gonna be set to snap, and then when it's in the gun, we do that here. Set that grab type to like pistol magazine snap. Or we do that beforehand. That would be handy to do before. Magazine snap. And then from this, when it's ejected from the gun, we set it back to snap. Just as an idea. Let's go. Drop. Doesn't collide. And I can't drop. I didn't connect it up. That would be very handy, wouldn't it? Okay, grab, drop, grab, drop. In, slide, eject, grab, can't drop. I can't put it back in. Which means, is it up here? Did I disconnect that? No. Current magazine, I'm clearing it before I set it. Okay. There'll be ways to tidy this whole lot of code up, which will be quite nice. But we're getting there. And eject, drop. But we can't put it back in a second time. So, why is that? Access not trying to read properly magazine. Set actor location. Current. We've got a set node here, and we've got a set node there. Let's just try and clear that one. We definitely need to clear it. Cool. Clear it. So the question is, why does the magazine detection not fire? Current magazine, simulate physics. Then we turn it back on. Branches. This should activate back in. And then turn on. Print string. See. So hopefully this should fire when we hit it the second time. So put a gun in, magazine loaded. Rack it back. Eject, drop, grab it, and then put it back in. That collision's not firing, which means it's either the one on the magazine or the one on the gun. My bet is the one on the magazine, because we get the current magazine, set simulate physics, can grab. Component, mesh component. Pistol magazine. No collision. We're disabling the collision here. So can't slide into the magazine. It means we can overlap. If not, we need to set this back. Magazine detection, collision enabled. We need to reset that back to enable collision query in physics. So we need first hand grabbed. Should we just do that? So as soon as we grab it again, it is query enable query in physics. Collision enabled. So now when we grab it, it should activate that collision again. In, float, rack, eject, drop, grab, still drop, grab, in, slide, rack, eject, drop. Cool. We have got it down. It just means once you've ejected, you can't actually like touch the magazine, where you can do it with these. And then we also need tags on it to check. Which will be good. Any updates for version of VR on 5.4? It just came out, man, like 2 days ago. It's just boot it up and go. That's all it is. Boot it up and go. So current magazine get is valid. Don't do anything. If it is not valid, then don't do anything. See. Then on release, we drop it. So then we can say current magazine set to empty. Should be okay. Yeah, I mean, is it a major update from 5.3? It's a massive update from 5.3. You can have mobile HDR enabled as long as you're using deferred rendering. If you want a list of all like the XR related stuff, in my announcements page, I kind of went through and I wrote a post where you can kind of see what's going on with 5.4 release and what changes they've made to it. With the main one actually being the added Vulkan custom resolve plus toolmapper subpass for mobile HDR or MetaQuest, so you can have like Bloom on mobile now. But I'm struggling to get the default template to build, although if I migrate this project to 5.4, it does build and it's successful. It launches on the headset, so you got to keep that in mind. So hopefully, jump back into this, done it right, we shouldn't be able to add multiple magazines while there's a magazine already in. Cool. Although it does follow the hand. Definitely do two-handed grabbing. Yeah. Feels so good. Wait. So body collisions on this are awful. So I'm going to delete simplify collision and then just use complex collision as simple. And I'm going to do the same thing for the slider. Where is it? So, I'm pretty sure it just looks bad. It doesn't have to be overly accurate for the collisions anyway. I just want to stop it from looping through the finger. Cool. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the magazines. Scale down these collisions a little bit. See, for the slider one, I could have it animate so it just goes straight into the gun. So you don't have to push it. But I think adding that little bit extra, so you do have to actually put the effort in to push the magazine into the gun, I think it just feels a bit nicer, doesn't it? Pistol. There we go. Oh. I want to bring it further back because we should still be able to grab it. Forward. So that way when we grab it at the rear, it's less likely to already be sliding back. That looks much better. So what we can do next is we can do a tag to be like, if it is pistol magazine, then it can actually go in the gun. We'll probably do a check actually for a data table or data asset. Which we're going to have to do anyway. Cool. Actually, we'll do a struct because that way we can modify them. How do I grab you? The collision's wrong now? Full body. Show complex. We've got no complex collisions. Use complex collision as symbol. That would be handy. Did I do the same one for you? Use complex collision for symbol. I used the wrong one. Now we can grab it. It's really annoying that it does the slide back from so far. Might have to figure that out. The one at the front works really nice. The one at the back. Oh, it's using the spline pointers at the front. So I need to basically offset where it thinks it is. Gun safety. Okay. Oh, not normal. Wow. Back to the symbol. Ah. Okay, I guess we're not doing that. Let's just do box collision for you. And then we're going to do project default, that's fine. Collision, add box. I need to redesign these anyway to be skeletal meshes so we can have animations play. So it doesn't make much of a difference. But we'll do custom collisions anyway for now. Because at least they're cheaper than everything else. Whoa, where we go? There we go. Should be. Okay, something like that I think might be fine. Yeah. Do you know you can install APK through the CMD? The comma is ADB install path. Yeah, or you just click the install .bat file that it gives you. It's so much faster. There isn't much point overcomplicating it. Okay, you still in there? I'm ping off anyway because they're colliding with collisions on the hands, which we might have to figure out. This timer's still going. It's valid. If it ain't valid, don't do nothing. Man, it's gonna be a lot of stuff to tidy up in this. I will be right back. So. Cool. There we go. Oh, I'm back. It's quiet today. Isn't a bad thing. I really want to figure out the offset on the grab component. So when you grab at the rear, slide rear, we do like an offset for this motion controller get world location. So we offset, I'm just not too sure which way. Can we do, just do an add, do that, and then promote a variable, offset vector. Just needs to move forward, doesn't it? So grip slider. So we need to add on the Y about 30. Cool. Cool. Will the slide of the magazine work off the collision of the weapon magazine? I'm not entirely sure what you mean. Do you mean, will it, like, if I eject it, would it use the collisions from the gun itself to handle how it slides? If so, no. It would not. Also, is that a brown ale? Is that a Newcastle brown ale star? If so, some respect. Can you please show the platforms tab? Not right now. Not right now. I don't want to keep bouncing back to project settings. If you want help with setting up Android Studio, head over to the Discord or check the page out on Epic, because I spend so much time. Like, it's more accurate, I waste so much time sorting all that out. Okay, so we go in. We can then slide it in. We can then eject it, and then it falls down, which is really nice. Now we can grab. So that's what we're trying to fix. We're trying to stop that offset. So we grab it at the front, it's fine. If we grab it at the back, it automatically snaps backwards. So the question is, how do we offset this vector? Do I do 30 or do I minus? Slider motion controller, add world location. Go. My room scale keeps changing because my headset's in different positions and it's tracking. Man, Quest Pro sucks. Grab at the front, that's fine. Grab at the back, still off by a lot, and then that's gonna break. Yeah, I know. Where's offset? I don't even know if this is the right way of doing this. I need to basically get the motion controller in front of it, like get the relative, and then add that onto it, and then combine that with the world location or something. Might be the wrong way to do it. Come on, track. It's so far out, it's like 2 feet out, and it's only on the freaking right controller. No matter how many times they update the Pro, it's just always doing it. So if I'm at the front, it's fine. So what's happening here is the hand is in front of the first point when I grab. So it's naturally furthest along the spline at the front here. Whereas when I grab it at the back, it's closest to the back of the spline, so it snaps back there. That's the problem. The only other solution is I do a timer to move it over. To move it over time to that location. So I get the first point, and then I like V-interp 2. So something like this. Don't think the context works, does it? By itself. Oh, it might do. Delta time. Current. So I'm worried that I'm overcomplicating it, but I think adding this in would make it feel nicer anyway, because we could control the speed that a weapon could slide back. Which is what you would want, really. You could make it feel like it's slow to do, like it has some force to it. Target. Target is the current point on the spline. Current location. Spline. Yeah, location. Distance along spline. Distance. So how do I get the distance along spline? U5. Get location at distance along spline. Spline, get spline length. Get spline length. Interp speed. I'll have to play around with this more. Don't know if this is going to be any good. Ooh. Get out the time. Ah. I can never remember how to get the delta time. UE5. Delta time. Try this. So this way, we grab it at the back. It should just then slide backwards. Come on, tracking. Done? It's so far off. No. That did not work at all. I want to see what this is doing. I definitely need to start using my Quest 3 again. I can't get the tracking to just work properly. So it's not doing it because it needs a timer. And that is only firing at 0.1. See, we can't do like get total time it's been running. Because now this is saying I basically got to create a timer. Just to do delta time. So it's got something to fire and then plug delta time in there. That also fires at 0.2, doesn't it? I think I might. Oh, crap. I think I might not worry about that, you know? At least the delta time. There's got to be a way that I can just offset it. So I can make it think that the motion controller is further in front. Slide rear. We do that to that. So when this one grabs it, that's the world location that we're at. That'll work. And then for the second one, this is the second controller, we get this, and then we add the first point to it on top, and then we try. I know we need to add something to it. I just don't know what that something is. Do it. My stream stopped updating. Wait there, I've got chat to catch up on. I gotta Jamie, yeah, Newcastle fan. I'm born in South Shields, so I'm just outside of Newcastle originally. But now I'm in Devon. Um, I don't want it for Android Studio. If I if you don't want it for Android Studio, then I don't know why you need Android tab. Is the only thing in there? That's confusing. Jimmy, I work with a pack from the marketplace that used the collisions to slide a mag in and out. It was problematic to work on a certain work with on certain weapons. Yeah, so we do this with a spline, so it actually follows a specific path which we can rotate and move around and have go different directions. So in theory, if you wanted a slide to go in and then like curve up, you could do that. You could just create some different points. This gives it more accuracy, and we don't have to deal with physics to get all our calculations working. It'll just snap in and goes from there. So it works really nice. Oh, nice! I thought you sounded from this way. Yeah, actually, I think we're going to be moving back up soon, which will be a fun thing to figure out. It'd be a change, that's for sure. Just slide this one back. This one. Just snapping between those points. I've never tried adding it on with this. Just snapping straight back. Anybody have an idea? So we're grabbing at the back here, but we needed to think it's up at the front. Offset it on the X. The Y. X, Y, Z. Offset it on the Y so it thinks that it's further forward. But that's the grab component. Get grab component. Get world rotation. Get forward vector. To that. Plus this together. That's the right. Put it forward, so I think we need to do negative. The 30 is way too much, but that does work. That was it. Nice. Come on, grab the freaking gun. That was too much. Did I not? What do we have? We had minus 30. That was too much. Minus 10. Put it back in front. Try something really small, like just 3. I don't know if it'll make it too far in front. Grab it. This is really confusing. Doing it the wrong way around. Don't think so. Won't make a difference, will it? I'm adding it, but I'm technically subtracting it and then adding it back on. I just need to get my math right. So there, if I'm really far forward, I'm in front of it, and then we can rack it back. That works fine. I need to figure out which direction we're actually moving this thing in. Oh my god, my throat. Shouldn't matter to do that anyway. Might leave it. Definitely that one. We're moving it forward. Making the grab component think that it's further forward. Okay, screw it. Let's leave that. Cool. We can definitely shoot, can't we? That needs to move forward. Figure out the bugs afterwards. Viewport. Widget. Let's move it to the side. Might make this a little bit snazzy. I don't think there is a bold tiny robot. There we go. Change that. And then what we can do is we can open up Photoshop. Maybe add something in there. with which one is it? Boy. Don't want to use a canvas panel. Ratwood stack box. Can I then add an image to this behind it? No. Oh, Vanek, hey, I'm back. Nice one. The background music is so relaxing. It's what we hear on the stream. You also hear. Yeah, I'm listening to this as well. Um, what's the progress in the last hour? So, we made some progress on the weapons. We got them all. Basically, magazines and the guns are working, apart from there's an issue with the rear slide being a bit too far offset. So we're doing pretty good. Hey, Shut Again, good to see you today. Cool. Fabio, Jonathan, if you get a ready-made weapon model from the Unreal Marketplace and look at the codes, you would save hours of work. One template that looks really good is the Ultimate VR gun template. The thing, I don't want to copy people. That's straight up it. So this whole template is also available on the marketplace. So everything that I'm working on right now, you can actually buy. So we go to the marketplace. Come on. GDXR. You can actually buy this whole template. I've just submitted the update for this that adds all the weapon interaction stuff in there. So you can build this if you want. I will be putting the price up at the end of this week once the update is being confirmed. It will go up. But now there's no need to buy other asset packs and put them into this. You've got everything all in one location. So for stuff like the VR weapons, there's plenty of templates out there, but none of the templates have stuff that includes like the climbing walls, the VR interaction stuff for all of these. And the idea is that I don't want to go out and buy different asset packs just to clone them. That's not the point of this. This is to build something that can be used for things like ArcBiz projects, e-learning projects, educational stuff, like architecture, pretty much any other VR project you can use. The goal isn't to recreate other asset packs on the store. And the Ultimate VR gun template that you mentioned actually has a tutorial on how to put their stuff into this template. But the idea is that you don't really need to do that anymore. Everything's in one place, one purchase, you get everything you need, and you can build on it from there. If you don't need guns, you don't need them. And if you want better ones, you can upgrade them. That's the idea. I hope that makes sense. Where I'm going with it. I'm trying to figure out how I can add an image behind this. I don't get why I got to it. I don't want to add a canvas panel because it's an expensive calculation. I'd have to optimize it afterwards. I don't think a retainer box is going to let me add an image. No, I might not have a choice. Where's the canvas panel? 20 by 1080. All positions should be 0, 0, 1920 by 1080. Yeah. So have you seen the VR inventory system on the marketplace? I'm trying to make my own version within the GDXR template. I don't know. VR inventory. I imagine it's this one. It's all it is really is collision areas where you attach an object to it with a socket, and then you store the attached actor into an array with inside the game instance, so you can pull that back out. So you could use the holster system that we've got, which isn't great. I do need to improve it to do the item storage on the players. That works fine. But for a case, everything else, it's just yeah, it shouldn't be too difficult. But yeah, I want to do an inventory system in this as well. It's basically like a holster system. Yeah, it's already in there. Did I scale up the wrong one? I did. Okay. 10.5.5. Size to content. There we go. So now I should be able to add an image in. What I want to do is add an image in with like a blur, like an opacity. So I don't know if there's textures in here that we could use. Have something. There's so many. I just need like a blur. Not great. Might just have to build something background. And we'll display. I'll. Why is it not showing? 0.46 does, and then like anything lower than 0.4. It disappears. Oh, it might be. I don't know if mine's changed. If I've modified mine. Oh, I can't touch this, otherwise it's gonna break it for everyone. Um, okay. Oh, I could really do with opening Photoshop, but I think it's gonna show me bank details. Okay, I'll do that one off stream. I'm not risking that. Does anyone play any like VR shooters? I tried. I think I tried Pavlov years ago, and it made me motion sickness to all hell. Like I played 20 minutes and I projectiled. I was just trying to get through it, which sucks. Let's do something like that. I can fix it afterwards. With Pavlov, and I used to play Population 1 in my latest job, but after working on optimization on that game, I stopped playing eventually. Yeah, optimization is a nightmare. I was playing H3 VR and I've made a map for Pavlov. Nice! That's pretty cool. So we've got ammo. So the question is, like, do we Do we take a look? How long have I got? I've got an hour. I've got less than an hour. Then I've got to go to a meeting. Trying to think what I can work on. Possibly the two-handed grabbing. So if I'm holding the pistol, it stops pinging off if I grab it with a second hand. Because that would be quite simple to do, actually. We would just disable the default grab component, and then we would enable the two-hand component. So basically have another component on the outside. Might have to change the grab component itself to work with that. So we've got grab component trigger. Duplicate grab component. Trigger second hand. Something like that. And then that could be in the same place. So this is can grab by default. Set this to stationary interaction. Add snap hand location. Hand snap location. Second and left. Second hand right. Oh my god, this new system is so nice for setting these up. Okay, right, slider, right. Okay, left. Just use the climbing animation. Go from there. So, grab component is down here. That's fine. Like that, left hand, like that. Kind of have something like that. What we need is to be able to see these hands. So it's kind of like that. And then this one. That way. Up. What is happening with this transform? Way up. Okay. Like so. It's set to left hand. Right hand, that's fine. The grab component is set to stationary interaction. Can grab is disabled. So again, we get this. Set can grab. So we're holding it with the first trigger point, then we can interact with it. Like so. Because now, using this system, each individual actor that we plan to use can have their own different setup. And it'll work from there. Cool. 400 hours. Damn. It's a lot of time. Cool. Alright. Doing alright. So now we should be able to grab a pistol, and then if I grab it with a second hand, it goes to the wrong place. But we can detect if we've got a second hand. Oh, it used the top. So we need to disable grab component trigger. This looks complicated, but the functionality, oh, it's so much better. So we're basically saying on grabbed, we can't grab that. So we shouldn't be able to mistakenly grab the trigger component with the second hand. That should be good. Component. I'm not too sure why the hand switched around. Second hand left. Because I've got it on the right side. I got them the wrong way around. Let's just... left, right. Cool. Don't know what that timer's from. I think the pistol isn't it? Event tick I added. Come on. Come on. Tracking. So we grab it with the second hand. We're then on the bottom and we can release it. There's some issues with that gun. Okay, that's also broken. This will feel really nice once it has the weapon stuff set up. Whoa. Figure that one out afterwards. You guys have got to admit, this is quite nice. Just being able to so quickly add new stuff in. Just slide. Just so I know the right rotation. Cool. Like, if you were to take the time to sit down and do like proper custom animations for this, it would feel so much nicer to work with. Or like just holding the weapons and stuff. And the fact that they animate with the guns as well. then we get the second hand. I can sort all the animations out afterwards. I can get them all done. Jamie looks very cool. Oh, two-handed, nice. You can do so you can do the two-handed with a pistol, which is easy enough. And then if you detect two hands, you could actually have it change the animation so that it wouldn't like go further up. And we're doing that all without the physics, which is really nice. But then you've got ones like this where you got the slider as well, which handles even better. It is really cool. Shoot over your shoulder. Wicked. I really want to make these like the numbers look really nice, but I can't risk opening up Photoshop. Oh. Making it look like an LCD display. An LCD display would look really good as well. There we go. Black, transparency, straight up. Cool. Five 5.5. Get back to where you're supposed to be. Rotation's a bit off, which is why it's not exactly perfect. Although that is actually pretty damn perfect. Widget, if I make this a child of pistol slider, when I rack it back, it should stay where it is. I definitely broke the whole sliding thing. Ooh. I'd like to put some animation and particle effects on him. Right. What is current magazine? Select actor. Current magazine. Needs to stop. It's valid. Cool. That's why it is. No, that's right. Where's my magazine release? Slider. Vector. Sure. Cool. As Legend once said, it just works. It is nice when it works. Great. I agree. An old pack I used to work with was good, but very messy in code. But it was using all the VR pawn logic. Yeah, I rebuilt the whole pawn logic, so it's now a character. That's how we've got the different movement mechanics, so we can have like flying and I don't know, climbing, that kind of thing. This is really nice and easy to work with. It is now. I think since I've got the update in there for the whole hand snap system and I've rebuilt that, it's so much easier to work with. So yeah, Epic haven't reviewed it yet, so they'll be putting the build out soon. But it is much nicer to work with, and it feels better to actually build with as well. AJ, hi, welcome to the stream. So now it's kind of a system for building this in. Because what I want to do as well is I can convert most of this into stuff for that. AJ, can we add dynamic shadows for VR for quests? You can have one dynamic light, but it won't cast shadows. But if you use 5.4, they've said that they've added mobile HDR, so it might be possible. I don't think so though. But you got to keep into account what the Quest is, and that is a mobile phone in a headset. It's not a desktop graphics card, and dynamic lighting is the most complicated thing you can calculate in VR. So I would recommend not using it. Okay. So pistol body, I can close that. Ammo display. Oh, that looks quite nice. I'm quite happy with that. I could do box. Is it box? Round a box. Outline. Radius. Another one. There it is. 30, 30, 30. Not like I'm trying to make it look nice, but little rounded display on the back with the ammo in there works pretty well. Mate, I was working on the GDXR 1.8 version, and it was also easier to use in comparison. It's good to hear. Now you have made it a lot better. It is way better. Like, I did have a couple of reviews where people complain about it, and I think since making that change, like, I'd be happy to build a full game in this now. Like, previously, educational stuff, it was fine, but being able to do the hand snap system, to have such a complex interaction system where you can have two-handed points and there's like different grab components and all that logic in this, it opens the whole thing up so much more. It's just really nice. Like, it doesn't look like a lot, it's why it's really difficult to market. Like, it's really difficult to be like, this is something I've built, you can go out and buy it, why not build your own VR projects with it? Because they look at this and they're like, it's empty. There's nothing here. So I need to get this all sorted, make it look really, really nice, and build a banging trailer. AJ, I'm able to get dynamic shadows in mobile AR Android using modular shadows. But mobile AR, I'm assuming phone, is very different to a VR headset which has a different system. Most mobiles can handle mobile HDR, which can give you that extra kick, but the Quest often can't. You've got to take into account the performance. What I need to do now is figure out how I'm going to get data or store the data for each part. If I do a struct, I could have it so it changes on the fly. but I don't know whether I should just expose the variables for like the ammo in the magazine in the blueprint, or have like a data asset which can be set once but can't be changed at runtime. So it could be like initial stuff, and then you could add that data table in, it would populate everything. Hmm. Jamie, there's a lot here and it's really well made. Thank you. So any VR headset has to render the world twice to give us a 3D look. Exactly, it's just so heavy. Yeah. Jamie, will you be keeping the button press reload system? Just, I think, a good system for arcade type shooters. Yeah, that's in there. Like it is. You could change it to be whatever you want. You could press a button on the side of the gun for all that matters. But right now, to eject a gun, it uses the exact same system. So we press the reload button, which in this case is B on the controller, and then it just runs through and it plays the ejection stuff and goes from there. That's pretty much it. So you can do it however you want. You could in theory get the vector of the gun if it's pointing up at the sky, then you eject the magazine, and when it comes back down, it puts another one in. You go from there. Pretty much up to you. Just this is so like such a mess. That's the thing. It looks messier than it actually is. I need to just go through and code everything. Uh, AJ. Boy, I built a project in Quest 3 and looking only through right eye at the bottom, I'm getting dynamic shadows. But the location is different. It's the way it's rendered. So it might be the deferred rendering or something. Or the forward rendering and then the layers. Which is what Epic stated in announcements. In here. So I put this in here. So they changed the Vulkan Custom Resolve toolmapper subpass for mobile HDR. And then I think they did something else as well. So XR composite layer scale, so you can improve the colors. There's a whole multitude of reasons why shadows might be working in one area and not the other. But ideally, it shouldn't be used because it's too expensive. That's why most games don't use shadows. If you play what was it? It's not VR, but Hogwarts Legacy, and you look for shadows in that game, like at table legs or underneath tables, you'll be really difficult to actually find any. That's cool. Honestly, play games and look for shadows or reflections. You'll see so many places where they should be and that they're not used. I'm just gonna rough ball this. We're gonna do integer rename bullet amount. Well, make that public. So we need to wait for the gun to tell the magazine that's entered the gun. Is in gun. 2 seconds, guys. I'm getting a call. Cool, I'm back. Is there any community I can join where I can learn? Yeah, as Galvanic said, the GDXR Discord, we got like 3,500 people in here. It might seem quiet on some days, but everybody in there is pretty helpful. Does UE5 render only what you're looking at in VR, or is it rendered entire level in the background? Again, 15 powerful machine. Now let's see. Occlusion, culling, and frame rate. I'll message that one afterwards. Will be mental. Cool. Call is gun. Is in gun. Assign. True. So if the magazine is in the gun, it can know. Don't know what we'll use that one for. Should have just done it the way around. Pistol. Uh, let's start here. We put the magazine into the gun. We get the current magazine, which we cast into. This is an actor. This really should be a magazine class. So we can get the type. And then everything else can be a child of it. Uh, don't think it should change too much, but it will break the cast nodes that we've got. There we go. In that case, I can just go straight in. Do. Oh, what am I doing? Oh, I might have screwed it. I might just undo that bit and then go from there. So, cool. Welcome back. Thank you. I'm a bit confused. Can you clear this for me? Is a static mesh can change LOD, but if I want that, I have to use hierarchical instance static mesh. To use hierarchical mesh, you have to pack a level actor. And when I bake lighting, I get a lot of warnings related to shadow resolution, size, and stuff. Can't change. Um, I rarely use the hisms because I don't really do projects large enough that I need to require that, and typically lower everything down. Um, but I'm not too sure if the H ones hisms have to be in levels, like packed levels. But if so, it might be worth looking into doing light mass importance volumes around the objects, so when you bake the lighting in that level, it's then brought in. But I'm not entirely sure, unfortunately. Doing the bad thing, I'm casting a pistol magazine widget to up. Get bullet amount. Bullets remaining would probably be a better name for that. How long we got? About 20 minutes. Okay. Bullets remaining in there. Default value is 20. They're going to be full magazines. 12 full magazines. So when we put the magazine in there, it's going to set the widget to be 0. Ammo to display, we need to make sure that this number is set to 0. I don't think that'll make any difference. I think we're updating it anyway. Pistol. But then when we fire, so we pull the trigger, we update it, current ammo count. Set the current ammo count. Set the current ammo count, which we're then subtracting from. We then get bullets remaining. Thing. So that to there to this. Print string in there. You like so. Tied it all up afterwards. Pistol magazine. We're not triggering anything in here, so that's fine. So as soon as the gun starts, we're at 0. Grab it, grab a magazine, put it in, and then as soon as we slide it up, we've got 12. And then we shouldn't be able to shoot until we actually pull this back, and then we load it around. Okay, we're just going to get the logic down. 15 minutes. Right, okay, so can shoot. We need a loaded. If the gun is loaded, then we set to true. We're only loading the gun if current ammo count get is greater than 0. If it is set gun is loaded. So we put the magazine in, we change the current ammo count. We pull the slide on the top, which is up here. So if the current ammo count means the magazine is in, if it's greater than 0, it means the gun is loaded. And if we pull the trigger, it means gun is loaded. So if we don't, we're going to get a click sound, or we're just going to do nothing. Let's try. And slide 12. I can shoot, but I didn't rack it back. That's loaded. Just want to double check. Shoot. This isn't accurate, by the way. It's not going to work properly. And then 12, and then I can shoot. is current ammo count get greater than 0 branch. Set that true before using gun is loaded. Is gun loaded? True. Is gun loaded? Let me just pull it back. I've racked it. Pull the trigger. Current ammo count. Less than or equal to? Less than 0. No, it should be less than or equal to. True. Let's just set that to false. Trying to build VR guns when you've never ever used a gun. Trying to use your knowledge of media in your head. Okay. I need to improve this grabbing. It's not nice. Okay. Can't shoot. Even if I rack it back, I can't shoot. Pull it in. Load magazine. Can't shoot. Pull it back. Shoot. Although it says I got one left. So 2 equal to 0. It's 12 in the magazine. Let's see how many times it actually fires. It stops at 11. Means one of the variables isn't working. And I've just realized that the music stopped. There we go. Jamie, it looks pretty complex to set up, but I can see this attracting. This is so with the complexity. This is the block out complexity. I can take all of this and put it into custom components. So it's just a case of dragging on or off, and then building master actors. So let's say you've got the gun set up. What you could do is you could just take the whole logic. So browse to actor, and then create a child blueprint class. Change the mesh out, change the variables, and then it's good to go. Same as the magazine, I'll have a parent, and it'll just do it all for you. Plus, if I'm being entirely honest, I say it quite a bit. I'm not here to build your game for you. I'm here to give you the tools that you need to build your game. That's my plan, is to give you the tools that you can use to then build your game from there. Yeah. You'd be surprised how much I need to actually say that to people. Be like, I'm not building your game. Update ammo counter. Current ammo. Oh, I'm using the old one. For example, I'm not using any of this now. This could all be deleted. You're more like a spiritual guide. That's the idea. Is I want to give the tools that people can build an application for like the NHS or like the school, local university can use it to build a little game for their students, that kind of thing. So it's like even though I'm focused on weapons in the streams, I still have to account for everything else. So like if somebody's doing an architectural project, what interactions do they need? They need to be able to spawn in, maybe grab actors, interact with UI, and then go from there, and that's it. Maybe a gaze interaction system so they can interact with objects at a distance, change wall colors, that kind of thing. The idea is to just give the tools to do your own thing, but you don't have to use the tools just because they're in the template. Yeah, that's sometimes a problem on Discord as well. People sometimes might buy it and then in the time might ask you to make everything. Dude, you have no idea how many emails I get being, I've just bought this, I need this feature, and it's so specific. It's such a unique thing. Like nobody else is ever going to use it. And then they're like, "Will you put it in there? I'll wait to hear from you." And then like a week later, I get another email being like, "Hi, have you added it in and updated the template yet?" And I'm like, "I didn't say I was going to put it in for you." I'm just like, build it. It's the idea, is to give you what you need to build your own content. Can you build me GTA? Honest to God. It's honestly, multiplayer is the big one as well. Can you build me an MMORPG? Will this work on like 15 different headsets? It is a rare few. Like I've got to admit, like the amount of people who own the template compared to the emails that I get is a very select few that come through. But when they do, they're very vocal about it. Let me test this. Go to one. It's not using that last one. Why not? Just means we're not setting it somewhere. We need to do update counter before it, I think. Current count. Try this. Tracking on this. Ah, I'm ready to throw through the window. Pay full price for a VR headset and then tracking's so trash you can't use it. Everything else about the headset is really nice, apart from my right controller. Okay. In. Go. I shouldn't have been able to shoot there. There we go. Okay. Why did we have to... Why were we able to shoot? What did I change? If it's in there, it means the current amount is done. Got it setting the... Okay, that goes through. Shoot. Right back. There we go. Check the gun. Don't know what's going to happen with this one. It just works. Oh. That's literally it. That's all the logic you need for a gun. Deadly. It jam. Shouldn't have jammed. You could add variables in to make it do that. 16 times the reloads. Pretty much. So what you could do, actually, what you could do is I can do, let's say, 12, 5. Let's just do all of these second ones as 5. Okay, I've got like 5 minutes, and then I've got to wrap up, like cut dead straight off. Oh, what would be interesting is when you empty it, it resets the amount back to what it was, or 1. Yeah. Cool. Load. Ooh, why is that not doing it? I broke something with that. I need to set that back to 0. And then I need to tell the magazine. I thought I didn't set that up to remember what it had. Oh, I do. I set it, don't I? File, save all. Okay. So when we eject, press the reload button. We eject the gun. Control. We set this back to 1. Pretty much got 1 round in it. Still need to sort this out properly. I'm just throwing it together. So even if it's out, it should still... Like if magazine is 0. That would work. True. Equal to 0. Branch. Don't do anything. Press the button. Has to do it. I'm gonna leave this bit so I'm not cutting it off, cutting off halfway through. That logic's not right. Awesome. Alright guys, I think that's going to be it, because I've got a meeting in 5 minutes that I got to go to, and then I am out for the rest of the afternoon. I got to go get the little one, do some stuff, which is why I did the stream this morning. Try and keep up with that. So, we made a lot of progress. We've made a really good amount of progress today. We got multi-hand weapon grips working on the pistol to a degree. If I release with the right hand, it's going to mess up. The top. We also got the back. We got the weapons. Can actually be reloaded. Ammo counts. Bring it in. We can shoot. And then we can eject our guns. And spin it around on our finger. Which I still need to sort out. But yeah. I did do it. Wait, I need another magazine. Let's end it with shooting him. Where you go? Pop. Why didn't you die? You died. Okay. I think that is going to be it for now. Should be pretty good. Oh, so much fun. So yeah, if you're watching this, weapon update. Hopefully next. Yeah. Actually, Jimmy, surprised how quickly you got this one. It's implemented. We got it done in around 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. About 14 hours, I think. But that's not including the amount of time that it took me to build every other system that's required for it. But yeah, if anybody's watching this and you want to grab it, it is available on the Epic Games Marketplace. You can go to GDXR. And you can currently grab it while it's at £72, $75. Whereas by the end of the week, once Epic update the whole thing, that price is going to be going up a bit. I'm not too sure what to, but since we now include everything in multiple asset packs, you don't need any longer. I probably have to make it reasonable, especially if I want to keep working on it. So yeah. Alright everyone, I definitely got to go. I will see you next time. Bye. It will not be 16 times the price. Bye.